Hey everyone! We're working on the second in the Minimal Mythos series today, a classic unicorn. So for this one I chose to deviate from the traditional unicorn shape a little bit and decided to use the mane and tail, the sort of curly mane and tail from one of my favorite horse breeds, the Friesian. I believe that's how it's pronounced. So you can see that later on when I paint that as the galaxy portion of this particular animal. One of the things I particularly like about this series is the minimal line work and the sort of stark contrast between the white animals or parts of the animal and the swirling colors and all the gradients and flashy things in the galaxies. Of course, I also just like painting space and galaxies, so that helps. These are actually fairly fun and easy for me to do too, which is really nice because it's just line work and not shading and all the intense coloring, well, except for the space, which is far fun and meditative. But it's a lot more simple and clean than a lot of the other stuff I work on. So it's relaxing and a nice change of pace sometimes. So you can kind of see I was avoiding doing the feathering on the hooves here because I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to do it and what I wanted the shape to be overall. Because I do want it to be a little bit more simple than how the sketch turned out, but I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to draw it in just line work. So here you see I'm starting to define some of the shapes and where the hooves are. I really love drawing curly hair like this. And it's like my own hair. Very curly and untamable and gets tangled very easily. So, there's that. With this particular series, I really try and make an effort to make shapes and outlines of the animals be a very dominant part of the designs. So I spent quite a while fixing and tuning up each little bit and piece so that they all work together as a good whole, and the overall shape is very aesthetically pleasing. Because of the size of the sketchbook in which I work, I can't always get all the little details in. So I often go back and mess around with them in Photoshop because it's a lot easier to get the sizing and the shaping and be able to zoom in, zoom back out. And here we get to the fun part. So I really love painting space, and I've got some brushes that I made in Photoshop that are perfect for it. So I'll let you enjoy the space painting. Well, shape painting followed by space painting. Yeah. I always find adding these white lines around solid blocks of color to be a good way of adding a divider if you've already got a very clean sort of graphic design. And, you know, they're always fun to try and shape around other things. So this space design I actually tried to shape after a spiral galaxy because, you know, I was thinking unicorns, classic horn, they're actually in a spiral pattern. But it's kind of hard to see being that it's mostly behind the unicorn. Still, I enjoyed how it turned out. It was fun to paint. Here's the final piece. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all the other things. And yeah.